Okay, first question is an easy one. It's just labelling. Question says, label the triangle and state the Pythagoras' formula. Pythagoras' formula... Gabriel, what's the Pythagoras' formula?
C squared equals A squared plus B squared.
Is A squared plus B squared. What's C stand for? Hypotenuse, which is here. Okay, and then A and B can go either way, okay? Because it's the hypotenuse squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Yes, Declan?
Do I get an extra mark for putting hypotenuse?
You need to have written hypotenuse, okay, to get the mark.
Oh.
So to get 3 marks, what you need to have on is these 3, the hypotenuse and the formula, okay? So right angle triangle, which I'll put in, right? For those 3 marks you need the formula, hypotenuse, and then label those correctly, alright? So mark that for me, girls there, pay attention. Next question is actually using that. The success criteria for that is, I can find the length of the hypotenuse using the Pythagoras formula. Those that at the start were like, oh my god, I don't know the answer to this, use the same thing. So we've got, you need to write C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared, okay? Which it is, that's the formula, 1 mark for that. You then need to fill the numbers in, so C squared is equal to 1 squared plus 1 squared, which is C squared is equal to 1 plus 1. So C squared is equal to 2, C equals the square root of 2, which is, what, Hannah? Square root of 2. What did you get on your answer? Okay, go on, Lewis. 1.41. And what's the unit to measure? Centimetres. So we need the formula, all the working, and you need the units of measure to get all marks on that question for me, please. For those that haven't got all the marks and haven't got the answer, need to write the working down with the highlighter they've been given or the coloured pen they have been given. Because you, Dylan. Okay, so if you've not got it, you need to fill it in.
So
next one. Yes, Dale.
I do it a different way to you.
What do you do then?
Right, I put A squared and then
Yeah.
I'll put B squared.
Yeah.
And then I'll do the equals.
Okay.
And then put it in the calculator and then do it. But I just don't write what I do. So is that
Right.
wrong?
No, that's fine if you've got the correct answer. Alright?
Yeah.
As long as you've got the formula and then you've got the correct answer. Right, next one is the success criteria is I can find the length of any side using the Pythagoras formula. So this is where we're finding not the hypotenuse. So if we're going to label this up, we've got the hypotenuse here and we've got the other 2 sides here, A and B. So we're not trying to find the hypotenuse. So we need to rearrange that formula slightly. So the formula is C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. But when we're trying to find the other sides, we can rearrange the formula if that's most useful, or we can think of it in terms of number. If 5 plus 6 is 11, then 11 minus 6 is 5, or 11 minus 5 is 6. So if C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared, A squared is equal to C squared minus B squared. Okay? And then it follows through from there. We've got A squared, we don't know obviously, C squared is 24 squared, and in this case it's A squared, but we'll change it. B squared is 14 squared. Okay, what is 24 squared for me, somebody please? Josh?
576.
576. Do we agree with that?
Yeah.
Minus 196 is it?
Yeah.
Okay, and that equals 380. So A squared is equal to 380. So A is equal to the square root of 380. Which is what, sorry? 19.49 millimetres, okay?
I rounded that to 5, is that okay?
Yeah, that is fine. These are 1 decimal place. So, that's how you get all the marks for that one. Okay, you need all that to get all 6 marks. You drop a mark for not putting the formula, drop a mark for not putting the units of measure.
What about, if I lose a mark if I didn't do the,
Didn't do what?
the crazy thing?
The square root?
Yeah.
No, as long as you get the answer. Right, so the next one is Pythagoras in context. Okay, so using it in real life. So we've got a boat. We've got here a boat sails 15 miles east, and then sails south for 6.4 miles. Okay, to get to a lighthouse. This is the lighthouse there. What the question is asking you: what is the distance from the lighthouse to the boat's starting point? So we want this bit here. What else could we call that in a triangle? The hypotenuse. So this one's a nice easy one. Go on then, talk me through it. C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Go on then.
A squared is 15 squared, which
Yeah.
is 225.
Okay.
6 squared plus squared is B squared, which is 4596.
Which is what, sorry?
40, 96.
Okay. Add those together.
Yeah, 265, 296.
Okay.
And square root is 16.11.
Is what, sorry?
16.11.
16.
308.
308. And that's what? Miles. Okay, those that are got a little bit giggling, that needs to stop right now. Okay? You round over to what, 16.31? Okay, that's fine. It's in miles, you've got to have the miles in there. Right, this next question. For those that said they didn't understand it, are going to kick themselves in about...
I don't think I am going to kick.
Good, okay, do you want to explain to us
Just
then?
kick them.
No? Come on then, Megan. You two, names on the board, or if you've got a tick, another tick, okay? We've got this one. I can use the Pythagoras theorem to find the dimension of an isosceles triangle. This is, if you look at the question and use Pythagoras as well, is straightforward enough. So Megan, go for it.
The formula is A squared equals B squared plus B squared.
Good. I like the way you've done that.
It's asking for the dotted line, which is 10 centimetres, and then the line underneath, which is 8, but because it's half, it would be 4.
Okay. Can I just stop you there a second, Megan? What you've done to spot that is, there's this line down the middle. If you draw that straight, we've actually got a right-angled triangle here, so we can use Pythagoras. We're given the height of the triangle, which is 10, and we know the bottom in our isosceles triangle, the midpoint, so we'll split that into 4 and 4. So we've got two triangles of identical right-angled triangles. So that means you can use Pythagoras for it. What Megan did, she said that A squared is equal to C squared plus B squared. I know that doesn't look right, but this time A here is a hypotenuse. So if you changed at A to C, that's fine, as long as you used it in this format. So we're looking for what then, Megan? Take us from there. Okay, you made a slight mistake because you used that formula, alright? This is the hypotenuse, so you can change that to the hypotenuse, so we'll call that C. Maybe I was a bit mean in putting A there to confuse you, but I wanted to test that you understood it. So it's actually C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared, which is equal to 4 squared plus 10 squared, which is equal to 16 plus 100, which is equal to 116. So that's C squared. So C is equal to the square root of 116, which is what?
10.77.
10.77, not 77. And what's the units of measure?
Centimetres.
Good, okay. Well done for those that got that correct. Declan, well done. You get all marks for doing that. Well done.
I've got every single question right so far.
Right, okay. Last question. Declan made a great point here. Have you got a question, Corey? Or are you stretching? Alright. Declan made a good point here. Declan said that this is a 7B question, but it's actually this is a higher level. That's because this is a higher order thinking skill. I'm going to quickly go through this because we're running out of time. Highlighter. No, I need to do this. We've got here, spot the mistake, explain the mistake and write the correct answer. The mistake is the units. Is it?
No.
Go on, Gabriel.
It's the wrong formula.
He used the wrong formula because we're trying to find not the hypotenuse, and he's used the formula to find the hypotenuse. So as long as you've recorrected and changed it, mark it, add it up for me please. Put the sheet in a pile here for me please.